If you are anything like me, constantly thinking about money, not just to get by, but to create real freedom, then this video is for you. You want income that supports your family, gives you option, and still lets you be present for the moments that truly matter. There was a time I asked myself, what would happen if I committed just 2 to 3 hours a day to intentionally grow something, anything that could bring me income legally and sustainably? And that question has really changed a lot about me, and since then I have been on a quiet mission looking for side hustles that are practical and flexible and actually profitable, especially for women juggling motherhood, purpose, and personal growth. Now today I am sharing 12 side hustles you can start in 2025 even if you don't have it all figured out, and how you can begin seeing results in as little as 2 months, even with limited time or money. Now, before we begin, these aren't just random internet ideas. Some of these are hustles that I have done myself and earned from. Others are things that I have studied and seen women making work in real life. So grab a notebook, because something here might just be the nudge you have been waiting for. And I have grouped them into 3 simple categories. The first is digital and online hustle. The second is service-based hustles. And the third one is product plus creative hustles. Now, under digital or online hustle, the first one is freelance writing. This could be blogs, copywriting, newsletters, product descriptions. And I started writing seriously at 9 years old. I was entering competitions and representing my school. So years later, it made perfect sense when I began earning through writing articles, blog content, product reviews, and even academic projects. Now, writing brought in some of my first ever income, and if you enjoy journaling or explaining things clearly, this is something you can absolutely do too. The truth is that so many brands and entrepreneurs pay good money for writers. They need help with blog posts, email newsletters, product descriptions, landing page copy, and you don't even need a journalism degree to get started or a writing degree to get started. Even with zero experience, you can start by choosing 1 to 2 topics that you enjoy or know something about, and then write 2 to 3 samples either in Word or Google Docs. You can even rewrite existing blog posts just to practice structure and upload them to your LinkedIn, to your Fiverr, or to your Upwork profile. And if you think that you still need more confidence, you can start by offering to write for 1 to 2 small business owners that you admire in exchange for testimonials, or browse jobs on Fiverr or Upwork and write drafts as practice, and in turn use those as your portfolio pieces. You don't need to overthink it at the beginning. Start with free tutorials on YouTube, then explore HubSpot free content marketing and writing course. You could also learn about basic SEO, which is search engine optimization. You can study simple copywriting frameworks like the IDA or the PASS. You can level up with time, but you don't need to be perfect to start. Now, as a mom, freelance writing lets you work when the house is quiet, during naps, at night, or early mornings. And the more you do it, the more people begin to refer you, because consistently beats confidence all the time. You already tell stories, you already write captions, and you message your friends. Now imagine turning that into paying skills. Now the second one is virtual assistant. Be the backbone behind the scenes. With the rise of small businesses, content creators, and service providers, there has never been a greater need for virtual assistants. People who help handle admin, scheduling, emails, file management, customer support, or even basic graphics or content planning. Now, here is the beautiful thing about this work. You are probably already doing this in your home life, organizing your family, sending emails, booking appointments. You already have transferable skills. Last year, when I needed a coach, every email and scheduling conversation that I had went through a VA, a very calm professional woman who was also a mom like me, and that opened my eyes. A VA is like the modern day PA, but you don't have to follow anyone around physically. You just work online. You can even serve multiple clients at a time. To begin, make a list of skills you already use: email handling, calendar organization, Canva, file management, social media posting, offer a few free hours to someone that you admire in exchange for, a testimonial. Then set up a simple profile on platforms like Bele, Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn. You could also join VA communities on Facebook. Just search VA job boards. Use YouTube to learn tools like Calendly, Trello, Google Workspace, and even Canva basics. You don't have to do it all. Just offer 2 to 3 services you're confident in and grow from there. If you've ever organized your life or someone else's, you already have what it takes to be a virtual assistant. A few hours a week can bring in real income and open doors to more money for you. The third one is social media management. Turn your scrolling into service. Now, I found social media management almost by accident while helping people with content writing. I took a few courses in digital marketing and social media strategy, and some free, but one was paid. Then I started sharing what I was learning, and before I knew it, someone hired me as a social media manager, and I worked remotely. Now, the truth is, if you are already spending time on Instagram, spending time on Facebook, spending time on TikTok, or you already know how these platforms work, why not turn that knowledge into a side income? To get started, just choose 1 to 2 platforms that you enjoy. It could be Instagram and Pinterest. Offer to manage a friend's account, or to manage a small brand page for like 30 days to just build your portfolio. Then create a simple PDF portfolio using Canva. Include posts that you've created for your friends' businesses or insight from your own account, and then start sharing your journey publicly, what you're learning, what you're trying, what you're testing, and over time this builds visibility. And then if you're considering learning anything, you could start with basic content planning, what to post, when to post, and why to post. Canva for visuals also, and then learning light editing apps like CapCut or InShot for video. Now, you could also take the free social media 101 series by Latasha James on YouTube. This is actually very brilliant for beginners. You're already posting, you know what works. Learn a few key strategies, build your confidence, and get paid to do what you enjoy. Another thing is online tutoring. Now, teach what you know from your home. Remember how we had lesson teachers come to our homes when we were kids? These days tutoring has gone online, and moms everywhere are using it to earn from their knowledge and skills. Now, if you're good at any subject, it could be math, it could be English, it could be French, it could be essay writing, or even communication skills, there's a space for you. And it's not just for kids. Adults also pay to learn things like Excel, like writing, or even career coaching. So to get started, all you need to do is just for you to choose a subject or a skill. Be specific. It could be primary maths, it could be SAT English, it could be Excel for beginners. Offer a free or low-cost test section to someone in your circle to build reviews. Join tutoring platforms like Tutorful, like SparkProf, like Preply, or even Teachable. If you want to build your own courses, use YouTube to learn tools like Zoom, like Google Meet, like whiteboard apps, or Notion for planning lessons. Then start small, 1 or 2 students per week, and increase with time. Now, the thing is, you don't have to be a certified teacher to actually teach. You just have to know a bit more than the person you are teaching and care enough to help them grow. Now, the 5th one is starting a YouTube channel. Build visibility and income long term. Let's talk about the one that feels really scary but can be the most life-changing. I know what you're probably thinking. Everyone is on YouTube already. What do I even have to say? But what I have learned is that you are the niche. People don't always come on YouTube for the fanciest production. They actually come for stories, insight, and practical help and realness. So whether you are into motherhood, skincare, job tips, cooking, tech, or lifestyle, there is a space for you. And here is the best part. The thing is, YouTube can become multiple streams of income over time. Talk about ads, talk about brand deals, talk about coaching, talk about affiliate income, talk about product sales. To start, I would say pick one core theme that you really enjoy. Record your first 3 to 4 videos using your phone and naturalize. Batch film in one day to save time. Post once per week. Repurpose your clips for like Instagram or like LinkedIn or TikTok. You really don't need to overthink these things. You will improve with each upload. As you grow, you can begin exploring other options. Things to learn: you could learn basic video editing tools like CapCut, InShot, iMovie. You could also learn how to write searchable titles and thumbnails, use AI like ChatGPT to help brainstorm topics and scripts, watch other beginner creators for ideas and community. Don't wait to be perfect. YouTube is a very slow built game, but one that compacts. You just need to press record and post. The sixth one is CV, cover letter, and job support. Now, turn your job search journey into a paid skill. This one genuinely surprised me. The first time someone paid me £150 for a 1-hour Zoom call just to walk them through how I apply for jobs, I couldn't believe it. All I did was teach them my simple, structured approach to writing, a compelling CV, cover letter, and answering those civil service style questions with confidence. Since then, I have realized there is a real need here. So many people feel lost when applying for jobs. They don't even know how to highlight their strengths or tell their story or navigate the system, and they are willing to actually pay to get clarity and results. I once heard of a lady who charges £2,000 per candidate, and she has multiple clients monthly. That could be you. Now, to get started, you only need to help friends or people in your circle with CVs or applications, track the results, and collect testimonials. Now, you also need to create a simple package. It could be CV revamp, it could be cover letter writing, it could be mock interviews or application walkthroughs. And another thing, you promote them on platforms that you already belong to, which is LinkedIn, Instagram, or even via WhatsApp group. You can also teach group classes or record a job application masterclass and sell access. The truth is that you don't need a fancy certificate. You are your own proof. Let people know you've walked through this phase, you've walked through this journey, and now you want to help them too. Your experience is valuable. Teach people how to tell their story better, and you will always be in demand. Then the seventh one is local childcare support or after school care. And while being present, if you are already home with your kids, this is a beautiful way for you to support other moms, earn extra income, and maybe even launch a small childcare business by the side someday. When I was still a student, I once took care of kids for a few hours each week, just school runs and playtime, and I earned a good amount from it. It was flexible, safe, and aligned with my own routine. And I know of a woman who actually started like this, and now she runs a full daycare with staff. It all began with watching 1 or 2 children in her home. To start small, offer after school care, pickups, or school holiday cover. Mention it in WhatsApp groups, school chats, or church. Use informal agreements first, but look into local regulations if you plan to grow it. Learn basic safeguarding and emergency protocols, which is always available online for free. Don't underestimate your everyday skills. If you're already caring for your child, you can extend that love and structure to other kids and be paid for it. The 8th one is professional organizing and decluttering service. Clear space, clear mind, and earn while doing it. Now, this might sound so simple, but helping people clear clutter can change lives. I absolutely love clean, hairy spaces. There's something about a tidy room that brings peace, and you would be surprised how many people will pay for that peace. There are busy moms, busy people, busy professionals, overwhelmed professionals, and even older folks who want help creating order in their homes. And if you love tidying up, if you love labeling, if you love rearranging spaces, this could be your thing. To get started, just offer a free research session to a friend's kitchen, a friend's wardrobe, or even a toy room. Take before and after photos to build your visual portfolio. Then set rates starting from like £15 to £25 per hour, depending on the space and depending on the complexity of the work you're doing. Then advertise your sessions in local Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, or even Instagram. Now, to go further, you can learn about storage solutions, emotional support while decluttering, or study the home edit and Marikodo for inspiration. Now, helping someone create a space they love is powerful, and people will pay you to feel that sense of clarity again. The 9th one is event hosting or workshop facilitation. Now, build paid community spaces. If you are naturally the kind of person who enjoys bringing people together, consider hosting small gatherings or themed workshops. It doesn't have to be massive or overly fancy, just meaningful, from brunches to prayer circles. It could be CV clinics, it could be mom meetups, or even confidence building events. People are really hungry for connection, especially in this digital age. One idea I am actually as excited about and I look forward to is being able to host like a clarity circle for mothers, a space where we could have conversations, we could go into journaling and vision casting. Yes, and for you, here's how you may get started. Host a team gathering for 5 to 10 women, e.g. Moms Who Create, Faith Plus Strategy Brunch, Job Seekers Lounge. Use Google Forms, Instagram, or even Eventbrite to gather interest and collect small fee. It could be as little as £10 to £20. Keep it really simple. Light snacks, welcoming space, a worksheet or prompt. Learn basics of facilitation and event planning, time, flow, and engagement. And over time, you can scale to workshops, coaching events, or even retreat. Now, your ability to gather and guide is a gift, and in a lonely world, people will pay to be seen, to be heard, and also to be supported. Now, the 10th one is building a personal brand that pays you, and this is my favorite. Your greatest long-term investment, let me say this boldly, building a personal brand is the most sustainable side hustle you can ever create. It's not a quick cash scheme. It's the engine that drives almost every other income stream: consulting, speaking, writing, partnership, product sales, and influence. By simply showing up with value and sharing your journey, you can position yourself as someone who is credible, consistent, and trustworthy, and people start to associate your name with something powerful. That's when invitations start coming. Now, think of people like Oprah or Maria Folio. What they built started with just their story. To get started, you could choose 2 to 3 things you want to be known for. It could be motherhood, it could be faith, it could be flexible income. You pick one platform. It could be Instagram, it could be YouTube, it could be LinkedIn, and start sharing your story weekly. Document all of your journey, the mundane things, the fancy ones. Teach what you know or talk about what you are learning. You even use ChatGPT to help script videos, refine your bio, or plan content. Learn basic design like Canva, video editing, CapCut, InShot, and content repurposing. Now, the key isn't perfection, it's about authenticity and consistency. Your brand is your legacy. Start small, show up fully, and let your voice open the doors. Now, the 11th one is recipe creation of food content. Turn your love for cooking into cash. I could spend hours in the kitchen on my feet, stirring pots, mixing spices, and not even get tired. And that's how much I love cooking. And for over 6 months, I earned consistently from my food business. I was always fully booked up until I relocated. But here's the beautiful part: cooking isn't just for selling plates. If you enjoy experimenting with recipes or just feeding your family with intention, you could turn that gift into content or digital income. How do you get started? Now, you start filming short clips of your meal preps or your go-to recipe for kids, for family, or faith-based events. Post them weekly on Instagram, on TikTok, or LinkedIn with beautiful captions like "Dinner in 20 minutes for tired moms," or create a simple PDF meal plan. It could be 7-day healthy Nigerian family plan, 7-day healthy Italian family plan. It could be anything, and sell it on any of these platforms. You could post it on Stamp Store, you could sell it on your Instagram, you could sell it anywhere. You could even go as far as launching a YouTube recipe series, write an ebook, or partner with food brands. You don't need a studio setup. You just need your phone, your story, and your kitchen. What do you want to learn? If needed, just simple phone editing, like I've mentioned before. You could learn how to structure digital recipes or meal guides in Canva. Your meals can fill more than just your home. They can fill your purpose and your income too. The last one is DIY digital products, ebooks, templates, planners, and while you sleep. Now, this is one of the most powerful and underrated income streams. Yet it is how many of your favorite creators are earning quietly and consistently. And if you've ever downloaded a freebie or paid for a digital planner, trust me, you've already supported someone else's digital product business. Now, the magic here is create something once, sell it over and over and over and over again. And to get started, you only choose a small helpful idea, like a weekly reset for moms, like a weekly reset planners for tired dads, like goal setting prompts for overwhelmed professionals, faith journal pages, or even a 30 days affirmation template. You could use Canva or Notion to design all of these things and sell this on various platforms, on Stan Store, on any digital platform that you could actually sell. And good thing is that you don't even need to have a website. Even as a link in your Instagram bio, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be useful and to be true to your experience. What do you want to learn if you decide to do this? Just Canva basic, drag and drop design, writing clear, helpful and uplifting content, using ChatGPT or any of the AI tools to brainstorm, outline, and even write parts of your product. And if you're consistent, one simple product can spark a whole digital shop. People are looking for simple tools to help them stay focused and inspired. If you've created one for yourself, why not share it with the world too? See, there are so many side hustles, but these are 12 side hustles that are real moms, including myself, have tried, tested, and earned from. I know it can feel overwhelming at first, especially when you're juggling motherhood, identity, purpose, and everything else in between. But the truth is that you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start from where you are with what you have, whether you commit 2 hours a day or 30 minutes every other evening. Is the intention that actually matters, and these tiny steps taken consistently can lead to the kind of freedom that you have been praying for. So which of these ideas stood out to you? Drop me a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have been thinking about starting, and if you've tried any of these before, share your experiences so far so that another mom can learn from you too. If this video helped or inspired you, please like, subscribe, and also share with another mom who needs to hear this. We are building lives of purpose and flexibility over here, and I want you on this journey with me. See you in my next video. Bye.